This book can upgrade your charisma or expose your manipulative streak. Which outcome wins is up to you. The Promise of Power. Greene sells mastery over desire, but can a book deliver that power? He opens with historical seducers who toppled kingdoms through whispered allure. Their exploits tease readers with similar possibilities today. Greene structures the narrative like a training manual, not casual inspiration. Every chapter erects a milestone toward ultimate persuasive charisma. Promises escalate quickly, from commanding attention to enslaving emotions. This section primes expectations sky high before any ethical questions arise. You enter expecting sorcery. Greene wants that hunger sharpened. The setup works, though critics might call it theatrical manipulation. Either way, pages turn themselves after this dramatic framing. Greene also sprinkles modern psychology to legitimize his grand claims. Citations feel selective, yet they reinforce momentum. By chapter 2, resistance softens because you crave the promised edge. That is where seduction of reader and subject begins simultaneously. The introduction therefore succeeds as a sales pitch and psychological primer. Whether it oversells will depend on your appetite for dramatic self-reinvention. Archetypes unmasked. Greene's 9 archetypes promise ready-made masks, but each hides complexities. He profiles the siren, the rake, the ideal lover, and more. Historical anecdotes paint vivid color onto these templates. Reading them feels like scrolling personality filters for social interaction. Yet Greene stresses that mixing archetypes multiplies impact. This caveat rescues the model from rigid stereotyping. You are encouraged to adapt traits, not cosplay wholesale. Greene leans on Casanova and Cleopatra to validate longevity of these masks. Skeptics may crave broader examples from ordinary life. Still, narrative lushness keeps pages turning at dangerous speed. The section's strength is pattern recognition. You suddenly name behaviors around you. Weakness emerges when archetypes blur, causing analysis paralysis. Greene admits that mastery demands practice, mitigating that intellectual overload. In short, archetypes inspire, but they also oversimplify messy humans. Treat them as lenses, not cages, and the model stays useful. Tactics and ethics. Seduction techniques thrill, but the moral bill arrives quickly. Greene offers 24 laws, each a psychological lever. Examples range from mirroring desires to weaponizing absence. Implementation tips feel surgical. Language is crisp, commands are active. The thrill is real because strategies appear immediately actionable. However, Greene rarely pauses to discuss consent or emotional fallout. He frames seduction as power, not partnership. That framing alarms readers seeking healthy influence rather than domination. Critics label the book manipulative. Greene counters that power games exist regardless. He invites you to learn rules so you are not prey. This protective argument holds some water, but empathy remains underdeveloped. Reading the tactics thus demands personal ethical scaffolding. Used responsibly, insights enhance charisma and negotiation skills. Used recklessly, they corrode trust and self-respect. Greene leaves that forked path squarely in your hands. I found myself highlighting passages while simultaneously wincing at their cold calculus. That tension is the heart of the reading experience. It forces reflection on where influence ends and manipulation begins. Verdict and audience. This book is both toolkit and cautionary tale in equal measure. If you enjoy psychology, history, and strategy, the narrative will enchant you. Sales professionals and marketers can mine practical gems for persuasion. Leaders may leverage the material to sharpen presence during negotiations. Romantic hopefuls, however, should proceed with empathy as safety net. The book rarely teaches sustaining love, it teaches exciting conquest. Readers seeking wholesome relationship advice may prefer works by Esther Perel. Prose is engaging, yet occasionally verbose. At 500 pages, mental fatigue can strike without scheduled breaks. Audiobook's theatrical narration helps retention if print feels dense. Still, even selective reading pays dividends because chapters stand alone. My biggest takeaway is mindfulness about intentions before deploying any tactic. Power without purpose quickly morphs into pathology. Approach the text as anthropology, not gospel, and benefits outshine risks. Ultimately, the art of seduction remains a provocative, uneven, but valuable guide. Its endurance on bestseller lists proves the cultural fascination with hidden influence. Learning why that fascination exists might be the book's most important lesson. Read my full breakdown on the blog for deeper examples and ethical safeguards.